This segment is called Give Me More. You recently went to the Beyonce Cowboy Carter Tour. Did your wife have to twist your arm to go, or was it like a willing participant of I'll go with you?
Well, it was a situation where every time Beyonce come to Houston, my wife go to it. It just is what it is. But this time she asked me to come with her.
I
And
love it.
normally I just buy the tickets and she'll bring one of her friends, and that almost happened this time because I was, I got a little closer to the show, and I just I had a lot going on, and I was just like,
Yeah.
man, I was just gonna fall. I was gonna fold on her, but then I thought about it, and I was like, nah, this could be a good date night for us. Let's just go out and do our 1-2. Plus, I mean, the seats was shit. We was row 5, I think, or something like that. So
I was in Beyonce lap.
right. You know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, getting to that, man, Beyonce, like when you leave the show, you completely understand why everybody is how they is when it comes to her.
I'll say this. I went to Beyonce and Jay-Z on the Run 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made me a fan. So the next time that she came out and she did Formation, I told my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, I said, oh, we going. Because for me, it was like, we ain't got nobody else like a Beyonce right now.
Hell no.
Ain't nobody knocking down doors to go see Mariah Carey, Ashanti, Nelly. Ain't nobody breaking these doors down to go see them. They may break the doors down to go see Travis Scott. That's another, you know what? That's a cruel joke. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, that is a little too soon. That's too soon.
And you in Houston. That's bad.
Right.
Let me rewind that.
But yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
But yeah, no, I was gonna say, as far as Beyonce, man, for one, the microphone is on. For one, let's establish that.
Yep.
Because you go a lot of these concerts, the microphone is not on, brother. It's backtracks playing. It's all types of shit. The microphone is on for Beyonce. She's hitting all these dance moves. Beyonce don't have openers.
No.
The show start at 7. You're gonna leave at 10, and it's her for 3 hours. Hit after hit after hit after hit. And the mic is on. Let me
cutting off some of these songs too.
Right. So it's just, as far as like getting your money's worth, shit, we paid a lot of money to be up there, and I felt completely vindicated. I bought merch for my old. I felt, hey, this is worth it right here.
Absolutely.
So yeah, hell yeah, salute to Beyonce.
Absolutely. I haven't been in a few years, but I did say after this one, if she does another tour, I'm gonna go because I don't know how many more tours she got in her.
Right.
We don't have Prince. We don't have Michael Jackson. So I need to see the closest thing to them.
Yeah. I tell you what else, Usher tour. Oh Lord have mercy.
I want to go see him in Paris.
Same thing. No openers.
No
You're
openers.
getting 3 hours of just hits. Just hits, and the mic is on for Usher too. The mic is on.
I was actually surprised that the mic was on.
Yeah,
I was surprised that the mic was on for Usher, which leads me into a conversation now.
Uh-oh.
Usher versus Chris Brown.
Don't do that. Don't do me like that. Oh, that's crazy. Don't do me like that.
Let me get my hot take off.
All right.
Usher now is a nostalgic act.
Right.
Chris Brown is the current king of R&B.
Fact.
Because after, and I'm a generous Usher fan, generous. After Raymond versus Raymond, it's just a single here and there that's good. I like Here I Stand. A lot of people like the shit on that album. I actually like it. A lot of people didn't like Raymond versus Raymond. I liked it as well. But after that, he started going into the house music, and it's been a slow decline.
Right.
Even this last album, where Good was the hit single, the album was trash.
Yeah, shit. If I remember right, wasn't that a Zaytoven mixtape or something?
No, that's he got that one out. But then you remember with the Super Bowl, he got Good.
Yeah.
That's another song on there. but the album cover has like a peach.
You right. You right.
So I listened to the album, didn't like it. Chris Brown, on the other hand, his albums have actually gotten better. Because for a while he was dropping 60-song albums.
Yeah, but okay, that came after the self-titled album. His debut album was a certified classic, which is another one that's damn that skipless. You understand? And then he got to the little, he came under fire for what he came under fire for.
He had a situation,
and he been trying to figure it out since then. But in terms of like improvement, yeah, you're right. I can't remember the last time a singer got better over time. Normally they get worse over time.
Yeah.
But Kristen got better in terms of the stage performance, the vocals. His mic be on too. It'd be a little auto tune on it, but it's still on.
It's
you
on.
Know what I mean?
It's some parts where it fade out because he got to get these dance moves out. The lungs ain't right all the way.
Exactly. there we go. So, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you think about Usher just as a nostalgic act right now? Am I putting too much on it? Am I putting too much dip on the chip?
I don't disagree with you, but I want to stamp the fact that it's not a talent thing.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just
absolutely.
the fact that Usher been active since like 94 or something like that, and that's what people don't realize. Like he looks 30, but he been outside since 94. I think his first album came out around then. So we talking about 30 years of hits and different things like that. So in terms of him being a nostalgic act, I think you could call it that. Like the like he's definitely, I don't want to say over the hill because it sounds like he watched or something. But like in terms of a talent perspective, he could still give us some classic music. But in terms of his heyday, his heyday was back then. But
I agree. I agree. Like Usher still is dope. But I also don't feel like he has that pressure to really do anything more. Like he's done everything that you can do imaginable. So I feel like if he gives us an album, cool, thanks. It's almost like,
check it out.
Yeah, it's almost, I don't want to say like Denzel, but it's like Samuel L. Jackson in a sense. Samuel L. Jackson throws us a movie, cool, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Gonna watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta watch it.
You mentioned Drake earlier, and you mentioned Kendrick a little bit. The whole Kendrick situation. What's next for Drake, and can he actually make a comeback?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think it did as much damage to Drake as people think. But one thing that I will say is I feel like Drake is in his head more than he should be. I think if he got to learn from Rick Ross, ironically, considering. But I think he should take a note out of Rick Ross's book in terms of when the pressure from the outside world was at its highest, he just made great music and made us and simply made us just not care no more. You understand? So. And I think Drake is already off to that start. Nokia came to number 1. The record he just dropped, I think, is going to debut at number 2 on the Billboard. So, like, he ain't fell off, but it's just, I think he's kind of like doing too much testing the waters and too much. I'm gonna throw this out there, see what they say. They don't like it, I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't know. Just make a project of just great music and put it out. Like you. And in my opinion, if I'm him, like, I wouldn't even reference that beef no more. I would move like it never happened. Because Drake is one of the rare artists to where he doesn't need to rap if he doesn't want to. So it's not like I got to give you 15 records of hard bars and I can't speak on the beef that we just can't. No. Just give us 10 to 12 records of just great music. 6 of them singing, 5 of them rapping. You know what I mean? Whatever, however you want to play it, and he gonna be good. So I think that eventually he gonna get to that point. But this thing stung. It did. It ain't no way around it. And I think just from a strategic perspective, I feel like he more disappointed in himself than from an actual lyrical perspective. Because in my opinion, I think Drake was actually better than Kendrick lyrically. But I think from a strategic perspective, Kendrick was kind of, playing all of the cards that he needed to be played and the timing of it and all of these things. Like, he was very strategic and he didn't say a word outside of the music. So once the general public is on your side and you're not saying nothing publicly to shift that or move that, oh, you golden. Like, whatever you drop, they gonna praise like it's the greatest thing to ever come out. And to where,
Absolutely.
from a strategic perspective, I feel like Drake should have seen that avalanche coming and stopped with the memes and stopped with the story posts and stopped with the conversation. No, we just gonna put out great music, and that's just that. Let the chips fall where they fall. But yeah,
He got to get out of his own way,
right.
because every time he takes those 2 steps forward, he take 4 back. And what I'm talking about is the ad picture. He didn't have to do that.
That's
So
what I'm
now you
saying.
give people no reason to clown you, and now
And
it's like,
the duck lips pictures and all of that shit
yeah,
too. It's just
like,
like, all right, gang.
come
Like,
on, man.
I understand you trying to move like, hey, I ain't tripping. I'm gonna lean into it, but it's like, now again, art of, I read a lot, man.
Yeah,
Art of War, 48 Laws of Power, 50th Law, all of these books. So it's like, during war, like, I kind of know how to move. You know what I mean? And I feel like Drake didn't really know how to move. He felt like, I'm big enough to where this shit don't matter and I can do whatever I want to do and I'll be good. But again, when you a real strategist and like really on this shit, like, you gotta know when
legit.
to pick your battles and like, okay, boom, I'm gonna hit him here, I'm gonna fall back for a little bit. Okay, niggas acting like they're tired of me, cool. I'm gonna fall back for 6 months. You ain't gonna hear nothing from me. No
Right.
200 gigs, no trial records to see what's going on. I'm gonna just fall back. If y'all think he the king, y'all think he can lead this shit, I'm gonna give him the chance to do it. But he didn't
And
do
I ain't
that.
gonna hold
He
you.
stayed, kind of putting his toe in the water and giving them ammunition. And it's just like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Mm-mm.
But shouts out to Kendrick. The come up he had from it
For sure.
is definitely life changing. Kendrick he probably won't even drop another album. If he does, it'll probably be like a quick EP, quick mixtape. Um, he got a stadium tour out of it, so shouts out to him.
Yeah.
He did his
And,
big one on this one.
and it was the placement that he always deserved. I mean, let's just be
Absolutely.
honest. Kendrick done been overlooked for most of his career. He been winning Grammys, but in terms of like just this much praise and attention,
Mhm.
that's why I was so conflicted, because it's like, I'm a Drake fan, but it's like I also want Kid Dot to get his flowers. Like, he been this good, but people just wasn't paying no attention. Like, to Pimp a Butterfly is arguably probably my favorite Kendrick album, if we're gonna be
Absolutely.
honest. And it's slept
Absolutely.
on. Motherfuckers don't, that little bullshit ass that nigga. Most people, the average fan gonna go to Good Kid, Mad City or whatever, but To
To
Pimp a
Pimp a
Butterfly is
Butterfly.
probably my favorite Kendrick project, top to bottom. You understand? And they didn't
Yeah.
get half the praise it deserved. But then he throw out something simple like GNX, and they calling it the top 2 in the catalog. It's like,
Uh,
it's
y'all
like,
ain't real.
nah,
Y'all, yeah. That's definitely
Bellwether fans.
the
Yeah. Like,
bandwagon,
again, we
man. The
come from
bandwagon.
Section 80. We come from goddamn ADHD Kendrick. We come
Yep.
from that. You understand? Like, so to see him rise to this level, I love that. I just hate that it's at the expense of another artist that I'm a fan of.
And I think the thing with Kendrick, because he's so low key, he only talks about himself when it comes to rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the only time you're gonna hear him like talk about himself and talk his shit and pop his shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think going to a Malice line, I tried being humble. Humble don't get no
It's no
respect.
respect.
So Kendrick wasn't getting that respect. But
Mm-hmm.
now you ain't got no choice but to respect Kendrick
Yep.
because of the whole beef situation. So shouts out to both of them. I know Drake is going to come back. He just, like you said, he's in his head, and it makes perfect sense. I haven't heard it like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's been more so people saying he's in his feelings versus in his head. I like in his head more than in his feelings. So
Yeah, because it's
I
like
like that.
it's a culture shock going from everything I drop works to I gotta be very strategic in how I move. Those are totally different things. We talking about Drake 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Everything I drop works. I could do what I want. I could sing. I could sing in Spanish. I could rap
yeah,
in UK or
yeah,
whatever, and it all works. I'm good compared to like I'm dropping a video and they clowning me for guns being in it. You understand? Like it's a totally
yeah.
different mindset But like I said, like if I'm like Drake need to read The Art of War, he need to read 48 Laws of Power, he need to read 50th Law. He need to really like get better with that. You sometimes just being the most popular nigga is just not enough. Especially when you've been that popular for as long as he has. Because eventually everybody that was cheering for you a lot of times, they might turn that tide and start hoping for you to fall. I mean, I found that out on Twitter myself. I kind of went through something similar, you know what I mean?
And it's so crazy because, and it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's Twitter, whether it's sports, whether it's just even in your own personal journey, people are going to cheer for you to get to the mountaintop. But as soon as you get to that mountaintop, it's like, hey, we got to get him down. We got to throw rocks at him. We got to throw all kind of stuff at him because he don't need to be there. He or she don't need to be there. We need to see the fall. Shannon Sharp is another one. We're seeing the fall. We've seen Diddy. We've seen the fall. Everybody cheers for you to get to the mountaintop. I think one of the people that most identifies that is Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish, she was like all of our cousins. And then when she got to the mountaintop, of course she did some silly stuff, talking too much and all this other stuff, but people were rooting on her downfall.
Kevin Hart too. Another one.
Kevin Hart.
Everybody rooted for Kevin Hart. When Grown Little Man came out, he was the hottest thing, and Kevin Hart could do no wrong. Now, oh, he ain't funny. He ain't this. He trash. He da-da-da-da. So it's like, you know, Hov said it best, bro. You either die young or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And that's real. Especially if you're constantly putting yourself out there for criticism and things of that nature. So even when I went through with my little thing on Twitter, like I said, I read. So it's like I know when the tides are turning. I know when it's nothing I could do. I could walk an old lady across the street right now and they're gonna find something wrong with that. You understand? So it's like at that point, you just bow out of the game or bow out of it and tap into something else that you're good at. And then when you come back, they're gonna praise you for coming back. You understand? But if you stay there and try to swim against the current,
oh no,
you're gonna drown, bro.
You let Lanier at that point.
Literally.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna end out on this note. What are some of the things you got coming up? What are some future goals that you have? What's next for Trill AC?
Man, that's a great question, brother. Well, brand new tour coming back in the fall. 30 cities again. We're gonna be back outside. That right there started in October. Until then, I'm trying to write this book. You know, I'm again just trying to record more content. Like just get sharper. You know, like you're gonna start seeing me in places that you ain't really seen me before. You know, this weekend I made a lot of connections with people from a networking perspective, man, and you know I plan on actually following through with them. And, you know, really, you know, all these invites, bro, come out here, come do this, come do that. You know, the old me would be like, yeah, all right, I'm coming. And then don't come. You understand? But I think this time I'm going to start taking that a bit more serious, the networking piece, and, you know, just really tap in. Because that's one thing about this weekend, bro, is I got to really feel the level of impact, just like you said earlier.
Yeah.
And that right there was super inspiring. You know, because when you're not outside and you're just making the content, everything is a number. You know, how many views, how many likes I get, how many. But when you out there and you touching the people and they coming up to you, oh my God, I can't believe it's you and you saved me and and you leave that shit and you like, oh nah, this is crazy. And then you meeting celebrities and motherfuckers who know Oprah and Stephen Hill, the owner of BT, and he telling you, hey, nah, bro, like you that, like keep going. It's like, okay, yeah, okay. So really got to take this serious. So I think just going forward, bro, you're going to see a way more aggressive me in terms of that. So buckle up.
Hey, buckle up, lock in, tap in. Speaking of tapping in, let the people know where they can find you, where they can keep up with you on your journey.
Trill AC, that's everywhere. TheTrillac. That's Instagram, that's Facebook, that's TikTok. YouTube, I'm getting my YouTube back started. Trill Academy. Make sure y'all subscribe, tap in. I'm about to really turn up on that. And then cruise season. You know, if you ain't tapped in with cruise season, you definitely got to tap in. We got some things coming that way as well. So Yeah, I'm everywhere, bro. Everywhere. And you know, it's only gonna get worse going forward, man. So
it's a brand name like Pepsi. It's a
it's a
brand
brand name.
name.
It's a real brand.
Hey man,
Shout
all
out
I
to
do is
Miss
quote
Daly.
movies, man. I
For
quote movies
sure.
all the time, especially like,
Classic.
man,
Come on, man.
Boomerang, Coming to America, of course.
Life, Harlem
Trill, like,
Nights.
bro,
Goddamn. Come on, man.
I probably need to go see Life right now.
Come
I
on.
got a flight at 5 a.m. I'm going on a trip, not a
Yeah.
vacation. I'm going on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the kid down to Florida, and I'll be working on this. I probably need to watch Life. I ain't seen it in a minute.
Bro.
Man, there's so many funny scenes from that. But I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate you locking in with me. I'm gonna definitely stay connected. Like you said, come on out to tonight's conversation. I am going to make sure I pull up.
Tap
Bring
in.
my wife. We're gonna have a good time, man.
Thank me later.
I got you.
I promise
I
you,
got you.
brother. You gonna enjoy yourself for sure. Especially in Memphis. You come a bit. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Memphis is one of the livest cities on the tour every year. So yeah, tap
Cool.
in.
We definitely gonna tap in, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me hit stop.